write wake up in your phone and you press enter. Voila. Saw this super interesting documentary the other day of George Monbiot. He basically said, it's so interesting that nowadays we're all living under the same ideology of neoliberalism. But when you ask somebody what it means, neoliberalism is an anti-capitalist ideology. In the framework of Smith, markets work because there is competition. So there is not a single actor who's able to dictate prices, wages, or market access. The core idea is that you have a competition. The markets are disciplining the producers such that the consumers actually have a real choice between different products and the best product wins. Power becomes decentralized because the market is regulating the competition between those producers. This leads to good outcomes because the inefficient firms and the bad firms who are producing something that nobody wants die. Innovation is rewarded because people want better things. Basically, capitalism, it only works when nobody gets to rig the game. And so that's an important point. So what does it mean to be able to rig the game? Yeah, here's where our friend neoliberalism comes into play. The central doctrines of neoliberalism is that we should abolish the state completely as a controlling force because it interferes with the free market. But what it is doing is in fact encouraging a higher centralization of power through encouraging the formation of monopolies through reducing state control. There is a pretense that those monopolies are a natural outcome of having the best product or the best service, but if you look at what is actually happening, if you look at the Googles, for example, Google basically acquired most of the services that are integrated in that whole ecosystem right now. And the reason that were able to do that is not because they are the most innovative company, but because they are the most powerful one. The result is that you get actually markets without any competition, because the regulation that was supposed to prevent those monopolies has been broken down. Number 2. Capitalism, classical capitalism, assumes a tension between the state and the market. But what you see happening, for example, in the 2008 crisis, is the exact opposite. That our corporations get such a central role in our lives and ecosystem and society. The government is so afraid of the disruption that is caused by the possibilities of some markets or corporations failing. They're so afraid of the free market creating a collapsing risk that they end up bailing out certain large corporations. The losses are socialized, so the people really pay for the losses. But when there is an upside, it's the result of a private effort. And then on top of that, nowadays we are living in such a complex regulatory environment that basically only large firms are able to and can afford to navigate the rules, because no small firm is capable of navigating the insanely complex regulatory environments that we're living in right now. So that's not really a free market. That's not really a free market that's being advocated by neoliberalism. It's more like an insurance scheme that's funded by taxpayers. Number 3. Well-informed, rational and empowered consumers. Little intermezzo on advertisement. Advertisement has 2 functions. Either it has an informative function, and on the other hand, it has a manipulative function. People would not be able to know about the existence of my product if they didn't see that ad. So in that sense, there is only a good thing to be said about these advertisements, because you wouldn't be able to make a choice if they didn't even know about it, right? Then, on the other hand, there is a manipulative function to advertisement. So when everybody already knows about something, but you just have the same symbolism, you know what McDonald's is, seeing that symbol is not going to inform you of the new product that you might consider buying. The informative function is completely superseded. Not to say that we should stop doing branding altogether, but I do think that it's important to highlight that there is a two-sided function to advertisement, namely one that informs and the other one that conditions something in us. What you see is that if you go to Amazon.com, there is a complete price control. It's not a free marketplace. The dynamics and algorithms that are serving you the information are not based on informing you and giving you the best product for the best price or the thing that you're searching for, but in fact is proposing the one that the platform can make the highest margin on. We end up with the opposite of where we can be well-informed rational consumers, because the design of those applications are addictive and manipulative instead of geared towards informing us of the best products that we're actually looking for. This choice exists on paper between different products, and you can say, yeah, choose rationally, but in fact, I don't know about you, but I'm not a rational human being, so I have a mind that gets psychologically influenced by the stuff that psychologists research that influences people. I'm not an exception to that, and neither are you. The unregulated flow of information is not really good for capitalist market dynamics. That is why I wanted to propose the somewhat ironic idea that while the political conservative neoliberal right is presenting an opposition between government and free market as a justification to break down the government control in favor of capitalism, that in reality they're actually anti-capitalistic because they are trying to undermine the free market dynamics by encouraging creation of monopolies. The political left, who are in favor of the government control and regulation, that these are in fact the real capitalists. The real classical capitalists, while the right is looking for something very different, where there is not a free market. Didn't think that I would have said it some years ago, but that definitely can be sure that the right wing are actually anti-capitalistic. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found my point interesting. Whether you agree with the analysis or not, would love to hear your input in the comment section down below. And if you are interested in more analysis of contemporary society, please like and subscribe.